Hey, just because you're better than everyone doesn't mean that you've hit your best, all right? And that's what the birthday buff will do. Tom.
Okay, potentially. Last map, we'll see. APEKS on defense, CGN on attack, and CGN getting a taste of their own medicine in terms of not being able to win a pistol at the moment. Went from 6-0 yesterday in the pistols to 0-2.
Upper management and everyone on the ground floor is terrified to face again after what happened last year. But well, this year might be better.
What an absolute shot!
Already on CGN, looking to disrupt those plans. APEKS a man down, and the B site under heavy threat. Hype, the birthday boy, almost tested. He'll be sitting back. Never mind, he stepped into the limelight.
Yeah, that's a shot back. Love this play from APEKS, man. Just get that kill over towards market, insta take market with 3 people. Still have camera to get them info. This stun could be everything. Stun. And then descend it. Oh man, stun into Omen Flash always a nice shot. Oh, guess that's a spoiler. This was still pretty nice from APEKS though. Like there was a couple of things, and I don't know whose smoke it was here, but this smoke really saved the attackers. It was cool though. Stun here into Omen Flash, but then they just had the smoke to hide into.
And with Hype ripping the head off Element to begin this, it wasn't looking all too good.
Attack smoke? Yeah, attack smoke. Dude, shout out to Vince, man. This smoke saved him.
Farm up inside that smoke. That is huge.
Bro, this guy's good, dude. This guy's really good.
Usually, you're going to just count him out of the round. Even if he goes to play post plant, what's the guy going to do? Spam through a smoke? He's dead instantly. Instead,
right, 2-1, we said they need to start winning some pistols. They did it. It's not get ecoed now.
Hype goes aggressive himself, finds a pick, but is immediately shut down.
Yeah, and this is one of the best people to farm, obviously, Phoenix. So this is when the Phoenix comes alive.
Fine trade for CGN in a normal round. Thing is, though, Tom, if they lose,
you got a Phoenix, you win a pistol, you're on for a really good half.
As they've invested a lot.
Okay, I thought Mosey was going to lose that fight. I'll be honest with you. That was aggression while low on HP. You spoke about damage. Damage has already been issued. Now the gun being retrieved is not necessarily going to be easy. Mid control. Well, the thing is, these are gaps left by APEKS. They've got Soulcast already making sure that he keeps an eye on middle. So if they go walking through, he will have that info, and there it is.
Yeah, it's nice they got the kill from that though, instead of just info and nothing else. Still 2 people here, and the Omen's fully holding all of A. Like, Avova could really win this.
Because that surprise, well, you can see he values it more than the paranoia. Well, maybe he shouldn't have
every
done.
time I even
Those
just
shots
mention
have not
something, it's
connected in the way
crazy,
he would
isn't
have
it? Nice shot though.
However, Kayak has. Vince trades this round already incredibly competitive, but the last 2 players don't have any weaponry to play with. It would need to be have a crazy shot connected, and eventually
he had a chance here though.
Bring some normality back to the round. An incredibly costly one for the side of CGN, but more importantly, they get the round over the line.
Yeah, well, that's it. 1 foot in front of the other from here on out. But yeah, I agree with you. For CGN, they lost a little bit too much. Starting out with Hype's aggression.
Yeah, dude, I've had like 3 casters within the space of
that point, and
not even 20 rounds at the moment.
Quite a couple of slaps to the face. That one from Kayak, and over-facing Benny. Was hungry to hunt down.
Yeah, saying I should limit test it. You're right.
And yeah, I think there's going to be a little bit of a butterfly effect.
Okay, now they get into the first buy run. They got Phoenix, so
damaging the economy further.
They literally have a better buy.
Putting some problems up.
They do NA buy into this, but I'll tell you what. Do I like the NA buy more once you have a Phoenix ult? Oh, for sure.
And I think, as we usually do, we'll see it here.
Being off to a better start.
This is a giant round. It really is.
He seems like a player that really doesn't seem to let the numbers get to him whatsoever. With the way that he plays, at times incredibly aggressive, and at times just almost being the support for Element's aggression. Whether he's
how do I paint on the screen like this? It's called Epic Pen.
Change the way he plays. Space towards market, taken completely. The ult will be dealt with without too many problems. That's the thing, though. They aren't actually following up on that control. It's going to be a delayed take instead from Elements. So they still need to clear a lot of the angles. And instead, Hype hits a perfect timing to find the opener for Apex.
And he gets out.
Even manages to retreat back to the site.
They're going to be worried about him hitting the form that he did in the previous map. Something to
and they're
going to
really think that he's playing off site until that flash comes in.
Walking through the flames to meet his brothers and
Damn, there's a great stun though. Oh my, dude, Hype's playing really well. This was awesome though. This retake was really cool. We had Cage this side, we had Smoke this side, flash through their own smoke, take the back of site. We got a trip as well, giving you info if they've ever pushed it while they left it at the beginning. And then we had a stun. I didn't see where the stun fully went, but hitting here with the stun was really cool.
CGN spent maybe a little bit more than you would have expected.
Oh yeah, I mean they straight up bought into this. They got an eco now, or at least 2 people can't buy.
I want to see, like, obviously they get a plant and yeah, that's about all. They don't get anything in terms of kill reward, which I know seems minimal, but yeah, you can see the damage is done.
They risked a lot with that round before because of the Phoenix ult with the NA buy. So APEKS now they can start getting a lot of rounds.
Potentially a couple of clean rounds if they can make it work here.
That is
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Absolutely insane.
Well, I mean, there was a knife that told them they were there, so that's just a little bit unfortunate that has occurred. Avova will be rightfully upset with himself the second he saw that player. He knew he messed up.
I mean, yeah.
2 players.
Holy hell!
Had a huge chance.
I like that they insta walk push the smoke though. Like showing that is a good sign at least that they've maybe done a bit of homework. That they don't use enough util and he can disrespect their smoke on A.
Element quite low. Vince.
Oh, wait,
wire.
He's in front of the trip.
He's looking for a close fight with another smoke down, making it seem like it's nothing unusual going on.
Damn, that was awesome from them, though.
A good kill for CGN. Not letting this one slip.
It's been a peculiar round thus far.
What a flash, bro.
Put
1 bullet, Dom. Don't do it. Don't do it. Reload. Okay.
You should have an idea that there's somebody behind. The timing of him and Anguist is an interesting one. In fact, it's worked out perfectly.
My God, he nearly got him with it.
1 versus 2. Molzy to try and turn this back. He knows where both players are, but dealing with them is a completely different story. Dabby just trying to play with his opponent, and the shot's just not quite landing for Molzy. This round will be heading in the favor of CGN.
Damn, nice round from CGN though. So that round that I said where they could get a lot of money, they kind of messed up. But it was down to the fact that CGN disrespected this smoke, and I guess that was down to like VOD review that they don't actually put enough util behind this, and they just hope that it's done.
Man. Like
because the fact that it came out on such a big important round makes me think that they had a good read on it. Mulak, again, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for the 23 months.
There's just so many weaknesses left to be recovered on. The whole point of that is that it gives you that little gateway back into things.
Subtitles? Yeah, I enabled it today.
Have a full buy. And to then scrap it out then. It's a reset from having lost the pistol.
You can turn it off though.
Losing to the pistols there, that's a devastating blow. That's CGN with the momentum, the win in their sales.
Wait, does it work on YouTube as well or not?
If they win this round with the rifles, they're going to be miles ahead. The good thing is, no big ultis. You don't have to run it back to entry in the site.
Or is it just Twitch?
Be a human recon drone, I suppose.
Fried Gold as well. Thank you with the prime. Thank you. Thanks for the 11. Thanks for the 11 months.
Give CGN an easy, direct approach.
It's not working on YouTube. Okay, I'll have to see if there's other ones.
An early challenge for either side.
The captions don't activate for the casters. Yeah, I've done it just for my mic.
Expectation of a push anytime soon is looking unlikely. I've always got to be careful. He plays around this position a lot, and it at times has been hit and miss. This time it's a hit. Berrylicious 48 with the prime as well. Thank you so much for that also, dude. Welcome into the Slug Club. Appreciate the support, man. Is also the time to go get that spike being burnt further off the clock. They've spotted Vince as he's tried to make a play. It's coming down to the last few seconds here for the side of CGN. Hype is also in a little bit of an off angle, but that paranoia will now catch on to both. It at least gives a little bit of extra space, but this round is already looking over. I won't lie, I don't like that cam. I don't like that cam attempt. That was incredibly bold, and while even with the kill, it wouldn't have mattered.
Goodness attempt. Dude, CGN plays such a weird style of Valorant. It feels like
for them, at least just yet, but
I'm trying to remember, like maybe old G2, where it's kind of borderline disrespectful what they're doing, and prove like it's like you have to prove that you can aim duel them fast,
looking to elbow. We had the shift wall,
or that you can just hold people's timings in certain positions, and then they decide to start playing together. It's really weird. They contact so much.
On that side of the map. CGN, though, still have a couple players here.
Nilo TV, thank you so much for the Prime as well. Thank you for the 5 months, mate. Appreciate you doing that also.
Big swing.
The dry swing a lot? Yeah, all the time. Like no joke, most of their attack is just, okay, Element, Benny, go find a duel. And let's see how it plays out.
Again,
and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because again, teams can't deal with it.
No matter where they go without a big fight.
But I think that has to get punished, man.
I think everything sort of resides with Davi, not only having the rifle, but also being one away from a Hunter's Fury. If you've missed the group stage, this is a man who won a 1v5 with that ultimate, so never doubt it, never question it. Maybe you can question it a little, but he'll probably prove you wrong. For the defense here, they've got so much ground again. Like, already deep B control from Hype. You can see how confident he's playing today. The birthday buff does seem
Speaking
real,
of confidence,
sure. Soulcast already putting another on the death toll. They're already going to know where pretty much every single player
they got some nice shots coming into this round as well.
It's
really good round for them. Get money on the board, everyone's staying alive, 2 armory buys.
Pistol,
that's
but
huge.
then they've won 2 flawlessly. Just it doesn't
to make a best
sense.
5-man roster and coach from Americas. What does it look like?
Serving as the major wake-up call for them.
I mean, Les is in there.
They've been passive in terms of the
Then
early fights
probably Aspas, but I'll be tempted to have Zekken.
Swing coming out of Malsey. He's feeling it. He's got the momentum.
And then, oh man, there's so many good players.
And then he also has the buddy just on his right, ready to swing and trade with him. So more direction out of Apex, fighting as a unit. 3-3 as a result.
Jogamo would probably be a good flex, yeah.
No flash to use. Hunter's Fury is even going to be dumped into this. I'm not sure about that
Coach,
from Malsey.
does Bonkar count as NA, Coach? Because he's been in NA?
The smoke fades.
Or not?
He knows there's a player there now and just decides to ignore it.
It seems like the read from
Goka,
Apex was that
thank you so much.
Much faster all-in
You had to switch to YouTube just to check out the captions, and then you just come in here and just gift 10. That's crazy, bro. Thank you so much.
It's a complete change up in
Thank you for doing that, dude. I appreciate it.
This defense, they've got aggressive beam.
Chat, you know what to do. 10's a lot of subs as well, man. Thank you for the support, Goka, bro. It's wild from you, man. I appreciate that. Chat. Come on. More Oiler slugs in this.
Lost his life in middle. Now with that flank coming in, this battle could be everything, an opportunity for Davi. And you have to look at where
Cypher just cleans up on site, right?
Lurks, but also his ultimate could have been a factor if they get into an afterplant. Now he's had to join them. He can't just sit around the back lines. Space being taken. Big opener for Element.
Yeah, that's my bad. Dude, the amount of times the recons are coming in when people are out here swinging is insane. We've got some great timings. APEKS have this down, man. Recon goes in, everyone swings. That was nice from them. That was cool. Yeah, the comms, for, at least from what I'm watching, probably sound pretty good from APEKS. That was clean. AUG as well. Is that how I'm saying your name?
On flights to Berlin.
Probably not, dude. Aujai?
Grand final.
I'm going to stick with AUG. Thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate you.
You're one match away from making it into the VCT. Let's be real, if they get
Am I watching all of Americas or just some? Nah, just some. I'll commit to the playoffs. I'll commit to all of the playoffs. But the group stuff for Americas, I'm going to skip some of it. Again, I need to actually have the off-seasons and off-season, so hopefully Sean will be streaming it all or something.
You win a pistol round, you win the second.
Timeout, and they've got all these ults to play with. Other regions start this week. Yeah, we've got Americas on Tuesday night, and Pacific on like the 20th or something. Kind of late.
Ultimates they have, it could still be a really high value round. You're talking Showstopper, you're talking Hunter's Fury, you're talking that run it back. These are all
skip M80. I'll miss some of the games, yeah.
Can do damage. So I think that might be now the
what region have I missed the most this year? I haven't watched enough China this year, but that's just because it was on the same time as Pacific.
Opponents that they could be coming up against, like a potential rematch versus
everything else I watched all the time. I maybe missed like 2 games of Pacific because I was taking a flight. I think 2 games at EMEA because I was doing content.
In the space of,
other than that, we watched every single game.
10 days. I don't know if I'd ever feel confident in that. And the ultimates as
well.
Okay,
4 sheriffs, one marshal.
Bodied, if they were then to eliminate
Goka, what's going on?
This walk up,
whoa, what a shot, bro! Another 10.
Surprise for this is a
20 gifted from you.
In a round versus a low buy.
It is.
You got to make it up to the total of 100. Man, it's crazy how much I benefit from people having like OCD or I don't even know what it is. Where people can't have like, they got to have like an even number or a nice round number. It's crazy. Thank you so much for that, Goku. I appreciate you doing that, man. Thank you for the 20 gifted.
3 kills under his belt.
Yeah, because look at all of the numbers.
And
it's everyone. No one can have it on like a 4 or something.
Round
like a 3.
It's Kayak straight into the angle and Davy straight out of the
still hit some nice shots in this round though.
If he'd hit that
okay,
shot,
this is what the timeout was for though. This is what the timeout was for. Good amount of oil slugs as well, chat. We did great here. Goku again, man. Thank you so much for that. That's 20 gifted from you, bro. It's a madness. Thank you for all the support, bro.
And if you sit back, allow them to execute with a showstopper, Hunter's Fury, and a run it back.
The official English cast for China. So Sideshow said it was announced.
Who's going to use a run it back in mid? No one. So
I don't know how true that is because I couldn't see anything.
While thinking about it, I don't really mind. The problem now is none of those ultimates have been used, and they are going to be used immediately.
That's an incredible knife flow.
Away, looking to sprint towards the site, but again,
I love this plan from APEKS. They know they're going to use lots of ults. They reactively go over towards middle, fast flank behind, especially with the Phoenix. Might catch him out. I mean, speaking of catching him out, bro, Davis just got his knife. He still gets one. It's a great omen flash. Whoa! Wait, it just ended, right? Maybe?
He was the one to find that kill moments ago. Flash is decent, but Benny still comes out ahead.
Yeah, double howl.
4 versus 2. Malzy and Solkus locked out by the looks of it.
You saw on Twitter that they were looking into it. Yeah, that's the same stuff that I saw. But he was acting like it was confirmed for sure a thing.
Going through a smoke up against this many players. Well, that many players now. One's down. It's a little bit more.
We got no time for this.
Though surely this is too much to ask of anyone. Time ticking.
It's a shame, man. I would love to see how Benny got this first kill, because at least on this screen it looked like he was still in the omen flash.
Just a tiny safe corner. That's when you know you're.
It's actually G2. They proved they can hold the contact, and now they got to start doing grouped up strats. Yeah, it really is, man.
I do think as well.
It's like I'm watching Valorant from a couple of years ago, but I think again, it's still fun to do. Sleazy's alarm clock. Thank you for the 10 months, dude. Is that the one day that I was late? You still got the name. I respect it. Thank you, alarm clock. I appreciate you. Thanks for the tier 1.
From him. High impact to say the least, and still having 3 ultimates to play with for this round. I think CGN are going to be incredibly happy with that one.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say, Tom. Attacking side with smiles on their faces, now looking towards the B site.
CGN did really good to win this round, just using the double ults.
Over on this side, but I wonder if they're going to commit towards mid as well. I'm seeing the shock dart just to destroy.
They still got great ults.
Space, maybe give Anguis the opportunity to go.
At the moment, we definitely got to keep an eye on the knife, because this knife counters both of these, so don't really want to be using the knife for any kind of information on this one. It just purely has to be to stop these ults.
Rocket in hand, blast pack behind him.
He's going to work well, right? Is this guy going to... Yeah, and knife.
Showstopper in.
Yeah, and he had to use it early too. He had to use it to break the trip.
The utility possible. I think the knife may have even tried to deny it, but they've still found the kills anyway. Avova, it looked like he was going to go hunting for the man in the middle. Well, that man has been revealed. Instead, he sent Kayak to do his dirty work for him, but Anguis has already gone. He wants to try and group up with the rest of the team. They already have a man advantage, so...
Yeah, it's going to be hard, though. They got one person to delay them on site, and they got 4 people for the after plant. They got the Sova ult as well, so they have to tap the spike like within the next 5 seconds.
Out from the back of the site is definitely problematic. Finally, well, he's going to be dealt with, but so much damage done on the other side. Turns it back into a 2v2. Davi is waiting patiently. He's been holding on to this ultimate for a while, just watching.
Well, at least we could see B get changed soon.
Get it over the line. And this
Goalpost Malone, thank you so much with the Prime as well. Appreciate the 2 months, dude. Thank you for doing that also.
But CGN have got the rounds for it.
They are chipping away at that lead, and now they found themselves neck and
John,
neck.
no, I don't, dude.
Yeah, Element on his way into
I rarely do stuff that
They're
isn't
ready for him.
Valorant related.
The traps not even in main, much further back, waiting specifically to catch this man, and the punish there from Avova. That should have been it. That was the advantage.
Yeah, they got some cool smokes on.
But Solkis loses the site fight. Lose hot further back, and well, the numbers then they swing to CGN. Post plant Hunter's Fury, difficult to deny at the best at times. 5-5. APEKS the full buy with an off in Kayak's hands, and an early fight.
It's wild how
they
strong this angle is. Like everyone, once they check here, always like walks around this corner, and it's just the easiest shot.
A lot of what they've been doing to take this control has been relying on Benny's utility, be it his ultimate, be it his flashes. And with him being picked off, that was one of the major problems they had in the last map. He was going down early, and then you don't have that man to almost sacrifice himself for the team to get other players in. I see how they react.
And Op seems incredibly effective against CG's playstyle. Yeah, I agree. I would be tempted to use 2, man. Because look at like every single angle, they just walk into it.
Doesn't necessarily need to fight. The paranoia is going to deny that space and hype while going.
Did they need to do this? Probably not.
Have equalized, but now they need to start making their move towards the site.
Oh, he hit him.
A little quicker, hopefully, for Vince. He's got someone hot on his heels, and Kayak popped the ult to convert the kill. But Davi goes
it's an overheat, but...
30 seconds.
Whoa, that's an instant call. Omen's going to hear them all going. Omen has ult. Omen does ults. Omen ults the other 2 stays.
They're not silly enough to think that those players don't hear them. They were on the site. Of course they'd hear the steps. Malsey is left as the lone guard.
But they double rotated. That's another rotate from Solkas.
Still make it to the A site. Element waiting down on this head peek angle. Catches Solkas off guard.
Stolen around here, I think. Pretty sure it was like a misstep from Kayak after he got the extra kill. I mean, even him going for that extra kill didn't need to happen. You probably just lock him in, and then the 3 doesn't have to do anything. As soon as he goes down, this whole bit of the map becomes a question mark.
From the IGL that has turned this
it all snowballed into an absolute nightmare for APEKS now.
For a clutch, he's definitely happy to try and stick this all the way, but the dart is going to reveal him. And already, Davi has had in none of it. He's going to try and go running through, and
it's a great trade, man. They played well together. Yeah, this was an overheat from Kayak. No doubt in my mind.
The mid-round call.
He gave them an escape, yeah. As soon as he dies here, like it went from them having this map control to them potentially having like this map control.
That won't work too many times. But this time, APEKS,
especially with an op here, you just hold that all day.
Yeah, I wonder if a part of that is even like the ult that they had online. The fact that they saw Avova had the From the Shadows. That if they could just force them into a knee-jerk reaction.
Couldn't Killjoy counter the B spam?
Okay,
I mean, yeah. That's one round.
Nice knowing you. Good seeing you. We'll catch you next time. He's been shut down.
The Cypher is just better.
Fury put through to try to avenge his fallen teammate, but Malsey.
Bro, some of the stuff APEKS are doing right now is not great.
Content with their early advantage, they group up. The group of death will move this towards the A site. Drone up and over. There'll be no surprises.
There is Benny leading the charge. The spam even put onto Avova, forcing him off the angle and hype. Well, maybe not the man he would have hoped to take down.
Wait, that was sick.
Actually use the cages.
The double satchel so he didn't show the legs was awesome here.
From a fairly decent advantage, CGN have been fighting their way back, and this hold is looking stellar. 3 players remaining. Make that 2, and in fact, just 1 stands
Man,
in
the
their
individuals
way
on
for
this
half
team are so
victory.
good.
CGN with a huge turnaround. They'll take the half.
Switching sides.
They had a, I mean, when was the timeout here? A really good timeout.
Not going to let this map slip all too easily. They might not have taken their own pick, but they're happy to bring us to a third with APEKS. We'll find out if that's possible after the break.
Element, yeah, he's decent. I agree. Am I looking forward to a VCT with 12 teams per region? Oh, hell yeah. Dude, no singular limb. That's like the best thing about it. There's no singular limb. Every team gets to play an extra game as well. That's always good. Means people stop complaining about that. But yeah, 12 teams just means it all works out way better. Yeah, and people's years being decided by singular limb is hopefully no longer a thing. When they expand to 14 teams, they're not doing that anymore. It always stays as 12 now. They changed it. They'll find a way to do singular limb. Surely not. How does kickoff work? It's just double a limb bracket, straight in. Seeding from last year.
In the lead by 2, and now on the defensive side here on Sunset. Tom, have you been impressed by what
It'll be fun to watch at least as well.
I know there was conversation on the desk, and there's always split minds on those first maps, 13-5, losing it like that. Some teams think it's easy to shake it off, but for others, it really can be just a morale death sentence. But CGN seemed to have recovered nicely after that first map.
Oh, it's exactly what we saw last time around.
Did I like Lock-In? Lock-In was really fun. Getting to see every single team was play. It was pretty novelty.
And then they
it is fun.
On APEKS's choice. They did it on Lotus.
Looked a little bit brutal getting flown out to Brazil and then half of the teams having to go home. But it was still fun to watch.
It was CGN on their defense, so it seems like we're going to have a brawl once again. An early push into middle. Not something necessarily expected, but it has been spotted by Element. He will be that point of contact, and he will be their doom already.
That is
He's almost
devastating. Yeah, he did so much damage to the other guys as well.
2 are limping.
Do we just ride the pistol in now? It feels like it's done.
In crime is gonna, well, at this point they're crippled. They have been left with so little help to try and fight with. He's still playing this one safe, not wanting to risk the round for his own,
and they actually can't go through it.
Or confidence, which, as I said, is a rarity for a Phoenix, as somehow Kayak has still managed to win that fight, but Element is not so kind.
22 HP, 16 HP.
38 HP between the final 2. This should be an easy close for the side of CGN.
APEKS were on double pistol first map.
It's only Vince who can pull a right click out. Everyone else on the ghost.
What a round from Element. He's playing great.
Of their opponents.
Yeah, we're at a 2-2 for the pistols.
Nice
looking set to go to a third map.
They are back in with a chance. Looking to take us all the way to Abyss. Still though, can't get too far ahead of yourself. The gap is only 3 rounds, and we saw CGN do pretty well with just pistols in their hands.
We need another lock-in. Right, it just wouldn't make any sense for the money.
This man was so close to acing this
44,
round.
what would it be? 48 teams. 48 teams flown out to one country.
He gave a fight in the last map, even if it seemed like there was no hope. But
the only thing that I want to change from like the stuff at the moment is I think the first Masters, like, do think it probably should be 12 teams. That would be nice. 8-team event isn't great. Not bad, but
wasn't to be. The second map was looking rough.
Oh, we early buy this. Okay, well that's a sign of a little bit of desperation, but I also like it. The Charlotte looks good.
They've invested. They've gone for SMGs.
Huh, that's a nice satchel, man.
Going to be that pincer. Kayak lost first, but at the trade out of
Lunatic. Hype is a lunatic, but he's won in the rounds. Doesn't matter that he goes down here.
Desperately trying to find some sort of response. Molesey's found a gun as well. This is falling apart for CGN.
Yeah, that second round APEKS buy just as dangerous as ever. They rolled the dice, and it seems like they've come up ahead. with CGN struggling to even find the space. The paranoia, big piece of utility, and it clears an empty angle, but Vince is able to root Sulcus from position. Okay, this is a little bit more doable now. Time to get on that spike. Smoke down, but Shock Dart stops the defuse in its tracks. Reveal does the same. Spam drops a player, and now Benny's the last one with it. Straight in goes Malsey. It's a Vova spam.
Okay, nicely done. Yeah, they win the force back. Imagine they take a map when they lost double pistol.
You don't want to get ahead of yourself all too quickly.
CGN even bought so much into this to make sure that this doesn't happen, but I'd say hype skill here where he pushed through spawn was just everything.
Not something I necessarily expected. I can understand why CGN were caught off guard. Like, I'd say that you've got aggressive players on the Apex side, but to come in with SMGs and just hit them with that sort of pace,
What's my take on Ascension teams being directly relegated if they go to the rankings 8 and 12? I think that's fair. You have incentive to just make sure your team's actually decent.
At least a bit on the other side of things.
Brutal, but
Element 1 away from his ultimate. But this is looking like the cleanup crew. There's only one man with a rifle, and that one man is Death himself, Kayak.
His neon is very fun to watch.
This round in his tracks.
Does absolutely send it.
To a difference of 1, unless we're going to see the greatest frenzy clutch of all time, which those words have never been said before.
No, I don't think. Well, I'm technically one of those plays has to be the best play of all time, but I doubt
no one knows what it is.
Yeah, no one wants to know.
If you know what the greatest frenzy player of all time, number 1, you probably need to find something else to do, at least a little bit. Maybe go outside.
Damn, bro, what the hell?
Because I'm curious. I'm curious what the greatest frenzy player of all time is. And please don't send me your matchmaking clips.
I mean,
yeah, we're talking
back in the day when the frenzy was broken, there were some good plays.
Tournament play. Let's put it that way. Oh, Vince. Oh, he could have time for the ninja here, Tom. No, obviously he's just going down to the spike. 1 round gap. And for Apex, a clean run at this one. Not a single player falling. CGN. I mean, this is where you start to get worried. Talk about mental boom after that quick 13-5. If they lose control of this series now and Apex keep going like this, it will be a devastating thought that lead was theirs and that they should have been able to convert it nice and easy going into round number 2.
But it's also just the
okay, outrageously good money for Apex, and they treat this as a bonus.
It's some style points. Like,
and they just got the neon ult and they're gonna absolutely send it. But I like this. They heavy. Oh, this was sick, man. They heavy did so much util up towards here. They did Omen. They did Omen flash into Recon as well. Just made it look like they were going up A short, but actually they were going through middle. That was awesome. So Omen is to try kill another, really.
The rest a little bit further away, and in fact, Vince is now
he sticks on site.
To this site. He's got the first
Could definitely go back if they wanted to.
Davi trying to spam, trying to support him with shock darts, and he's managed to escape back to his teammates. But speaking of escaping, Apex are looking.
This is a cool strat though. I like this a lot.
Back.
They did the EDG wall from middle as well.
Yeah, looks like the idea is to take this somewhere else. Straight to the B site, perhaps, but they're being very cautious of it, not wanting to face out on mid, or they're comfortable. The angle's locked down. They've got the bodies there to face it. 3 guys making their way through. And the CGN, they know at this point there's a
good mid rounding
their
though.
Opponents have come back.
I really like this play from Apex. They give themselves such a good chance for this.
Sticking in on that A site hold. The door closing indicates to them that. Well, maybe they
Knife gives them so much info. Recon on the back as well. They've
They've
used a lot of util, but we know how strong the B main plant is. That
there's no opportunity
plant
but to deny it.
first.
Oh, this walk through the smoke is risky. Malsey, the fate of the round in
Damn,
his
what a
hands,
flash.
and he's able to trade it.
Still though, let's see.
As anyone's game at this point.
2 individual 1v1s is looking like.
HP, tucked up close, in a battle of the Omens is about to come into play. It's brewing with 1 on either side of that smoke. It's going to be on Vince to win it. Has to swing, check the right corner with Sulcus winning his fight. It's all on Vince. His 4th kill.
Great, man. It's a nice smoke.
The other so desperately low, but does he stick it? Hearing the steps get ever closer. The spray is close and the shots are final.
Dude, this guy's really good, man. He's really, really good.
For the ace and for the lead to stay in CGN's hands.
He played it so well.
You have to think
This
about
guy's
where
at
this
least
man
getting trials
started
if
out
they
the
don't
round.
win.
It was him watching his teammate
The plant,
get
yeah, the plant
executed.
wasn't
He
great.
kills
I guess
Kayak,
because they
who's fighting for his
didn't know
own
for sure if they
spawn.
had B main
He
control.
battles with his teammates on the A site, and then he's trading every single kill to clutch it 1 versus 2. And it was only really just the plant spot and the panic from Soulcast that ends up being his demise. 17 and 8 for Vince. It's been a mammoth performance from him so far. Wow, that's got to be infuriating for APEKS. There were many opportunities for that round to go
Why play B main there? Just to get the
way
crossfire.
with a Volvo
Him playing B
already
main isn't
tagged
like too
low.
bad.
Not
Like
the
the
greatest
reason
start
that they
to the
plant
round.
back a site is because I'm pretty sure they've called that they want a flash, or they have a flash, so they wanted to try and make a play as they were like rotating in and go active. But I think with how strong B is, there probably just.
The funny thing
I also think they could have, like, the way that I probably would have
CGN
done this,
win
like,
the round.
really,
Benny
you
has
got
ultimate,
2 bits of info,
gonna
right? You got a
Spectre.
knife, you got a
You might see him
recon.
swap over
As soon as this
before he
recon
actually
goes in,
pops
doesn't
the
get
ulti,
hit,
but
then you can knife over towards B
there are
main,
still
and you know B
weaknesses
main's
there.
clear, then you can plant.
There's still
But they're
downsides
just
to
kind of, I
being
mean,
in
it's a panic in
CGN's
the
shoes,
moment,
but
that's all it
that
is.
big play from Vince.
It's so hard in the
bought
moment
them
to just think of
a
everything
little bit more time in
proper.
the lead. Extending that is
There
up to
is
them, and
no
Hype
way he wins
picking
that.
up that kill makes it look a little bit less
How?
likely. Look at the minimap.
He should never
3
be winning
players on
that.
B. Completely isolated
outrageous.
is Anguist. And if you look at the red dots, there's a lot of them coming towards him. A big challenge if he decides to take it. He's seen some players and he's looking for some duels. This is a huge risk sticking around, and luckily he gets out.
I think he was hoping for one with the
And this time we
they're
actually get the
currently
good
in.
plant.
They need a hero. Benny's going to try and be that hero. He needs to get something done with the
He went
ult.
instant
finds absolutely
anti-flash.
nothing.
They still know
Not
he's got
even
another
damage.
flash, but they saw him
And in
top site.
fact, he's gone down immediately. I think that was just spam through the smoke that ends up putting him down. Kayak playing as the bodyguard while the rest of the team looking at post plants. There's even a late flank coming in.
Vince is still
from
alive,
Hype.
but they
It's
got Sova ult to
expected.
play
You would
against.
do at this point, but that doesn't mean you're going to win the battle.
And it is
This
the
has
good B
been
main
the
plant.
Sentinel that they've dreaded.
Gotta start
facing
looking
it.
at the
He's even
money
gonna
here.
close
They
the
won
door.
one, they
He's
lost
trying
the
to lock
next.
them in. He's trying to
Yeah,
make
I
sure
mean,
there's no
they know that
exit
the damage
for the
of
side
money
of
here is just
CGN. He wants to
everything.
take
Imagine
the
they kill
guns
these
out of
two.
their hands. He wants to be cruel to this DAC squad.
Wait, what happened to the quality?
With the way he's been playing, there's almost an expectation that somebody will be losing their gun. Is it going to be Hype or is it going to be... No, it's going to be both!
He gets
He
both.
kills Vince from behind Anguist.
Dude, he's
and
had
then takes
a
Anguist down as
ridiculous round, man. He's had a ridiculous round. Chat, I need to just change this up.
He kills Vince from
Let me do this as well.
behind Anguist and then takes Anguist down as well.
We'll watch the replay and then I'll speed up again.
Yeah, you know what? Probably cue that one. Yeah, you know what? Probably cue that one up. Well, just watch that one
Dude,
one more
how,
time.
man?
Wow.
How does he get both,
I'm not
though?
sure what that looked like from his POV, but I think it's a bannable offense if you replicate it. That was insane. And CGN, well, to say they feel the brunt of that is an understatement. Look at what they've got to work with in this round.
But I think
That
the crazy thing as well
completely
is that
wrecks
when
the
we
money
came
wise.
into today, if you were going to talk about Sentinels taking over the match, Hype wasn't the one you're talking about. Like Anguist, you
Would be
even
for
go
me,
back
you
to
know,
map
but-
number 1, they lost, and he was 19
Oh my goodness, what have I
and
done here?
13. Like he still
Yeah,
had
okay.
high impact rounds. He still put numbers on the board. Today, though, it's been all about Hype. Davi, he took a risk. He has a rifle. He's the only player with anything, an off angle that will get them an opener. The spike even seemingly. Oh, this is problematic, but the trigger finger for Benny isn't quite there. Still a bit of a crossfire, a position that should almost
Surely not. Okay.
indefinitely be good. Yeah,
I
it
was
takes a
gonna
double
say.
take, but now Kayak, it's just an execution. Anguist has been destroyed, but Davi still fighting. A fair amount of damage being done. It's not the
Oh
prettiest
my god,
fight
the
for
recovery's
Avova,
there.
but
They managed to pick up a
remove the
gun.
player
They got
he
Sova
spotted.
ult as well. It's a
Element
great
does
shot.
damage, but again, damage isn't enough.
Ah, Sova ult's got to be crazy
The A
tempting here.
site is open, and that's where APEKS are heading.
There are some weapons there for Vince to retrieve, but he doesn't want to run the
Hunter's
risk of
Fury.
it. Not worth it. 12 seconds
Dude, you
left.
got to tap the spike early,
Hunter's
right?
Fury active. It's caught him. That's going to deny the plant. Oh no!
Oh, he got the guy at the back.
Just about all.
Mosey
Yeah,
has
the kills
so
come
much
through, but
time
the
to
plant is secured,
reposition
and
though.
that's the time no longer a concern.
And this guy
I believe
runs.
it's an ace needed
Oh, he goes back to sight. I don't know about this from Mozzie. If you're that good at hitting the shot, then fair play. Oh man, a little bit unlucky.
Equalizing now, and CGN, well, they bought themselves a little bit more time in the lead with an ace from Vince a little while ago, but since then, it's been lights out for APEKS.
It was almost another ace to keep them into the lead. I don't know how this man does it. I also think it has to be a bit of a misplay.
That one's wild. Avova like jumped into it.
Not realizing that he might commit this ult. They stand perfectly aligned.
Bro, they're in such a good position. They win another round. They force him down to eco.
It's not gone well.
Everyone can't buy. They got 4 ults.
It's a lot of damage
how
done for a low investment, though.
How does CGN even do this? They're so far away from ults.
What has been a pretty crazy amount of
okay, this really is APEKS's to lose somehow, even though CGN won double pistol.
Didn't die in the last round, and even though APEKS have been climbing back, it's safe to say that most of, if not all of these rounds have been competitive. Now Element, I think he's had a big round or 2 in this game, but he's definitely not been himself in terms of the numbers. They need that to change.
Okay, well. Oh no, not the double as well.
Nice.
Everyone's getting doubles.
This is just a...
It's a great stomp from him again.
In their face. That's not even the signature wrist breaker. That's just a headbutt, and it's delivered.
Yeah, stuns with a neon, so hard to deal with. Nice shot as well. And this is the round, and these two got a double save. They have to.
I don't know where Davy died from. Like, half the time I'm seeing like when you see what the players are seeing with X-ray, and still Kayak just destroys you. Like, you get 0.2 of a second to react. Benny and Anguish just trying to hold on to guns. That's the thing.
They got so much money that everyone can kind of just hunt here.
Their money's still pretty good. They're looking to take the lead. First time since round number 8, where things started to crumble for them. While for CGN, it's the opposite story. After what was an incredible defensive side when they played versus Pacific, a young team, but even still they showed that they can be picked apart by players with a bit more experience. Now, well, the
bro had a great stun here.
We've learned that APEKS can never be counted out of any map or any series, but 5 of the last 6 rounds, that one in the middle, for anybody who wasn't here or forgot, was an ace from Vince. He hasn't had a kill.
Yeah, that's true. The only buy round has been an outrageous hero play
from Davy, but that's been a lot of what this half has been.
Recon doesn't get shot over towards B as well. Pulls double rotate, triple rotate.
Individuals popping off, and I fear in a round where there's a lot to be desired,
Judge
that might be needed again.
Element, it's a tough fight, but close range. He has the advantage for the first. Now the utility's on its way. The slide in, Kayak down 2, and he'll get a 3rd. Okay. That's an activated round.
It's so good.
And a much needed
just
one too.
So stupid, isn't it?
Despite those kills, it's a 2v3. Just a 1-man advantage for CGN. The site cleared by APEKS. Now they can go for the plant. But holding on afterwards is going to be a very tall task.
You can tell they don't know where their opponents are by the safety of this plant.
Yeah, they probably know they're going to go proactive. Nice flash.
It's one of the
and then...
spots you can have, because
wait, do we double flash this?
It leaves a lot
yeah,
to
now
be
you can Omen flash for
in terms
him.
of where you can play from safely. That from Soulcast, though, is
a great shot. Now you can Omen flash for him with a little swing.
If he wants to try and use it, the cross being held and it's disjointed. In fact,
or you guys just win every single duel individually.
I think he's
you can always just do that, I guess.
On the repeat, but
it was nice though. They went proactive towards Spawn could flash. They were very. It was a nice plan from them.
It's 3 1v1s.
And these buy runs.
Needing a hero, they had it.
Yeah, I mean this guy's killing 3 here.
Gets 3 kills, and even still, the retake is just not good enough.
Now you can see it there, exactly what you're talking about, Tom. The spacing just
oh yeah, the
abysmal,
spacing is outrageous. But they're also having to clear angles, so
11-9. This was 9-7.
It can't always be perfect here.
9-7 on the back of an ace clutch by Vince. Morale high. economy was a little shaky, but they had ults to work with, and now they have fallen.
They make it look like that other round where they sent it up through mid.
Attempting to pick them up, but only
Jesus.
good for the one again. The slide of Kayak. It's the same play, but it's working.
The thing that's mental about Kayak is a lot of times he's just sending it in off his own util. He's not even getting like crazy setup in some of these rounds. A lot of the times he's just absolutely sending it. Like he is very fearless. He's like one of those duelists that you love to have, man. That just will absolutely send it no matter what. And he's won this.
2 players, in fact, coming in from behind. The only goal of Avova is to try and buy them time on the core.
It's crispy as well, bro. This guy's really good.
Clean with it. They don't even get a second to react to the shots of Kayak. Both players put down. As you said, it was a damning streak of rounds versus APEKS, but all it took was a force buy.
Yeah, they might be doing this. Three chances to get to the final, and then they're just one best of 5 away, and I guess they get double veto, right?
Okay, we have spiraled.
Dude, I need to get rid of this. Why do you keep doing it?
They have ults to play with. The weaponry definitely not at its best, but CGN, after, as said, a streak of 5 of their own, now need to find another 3. Otherwise, they will be heading to Berlin, but they'll be having to face off in the lower final, while APEKS will be one
Kayak plays low sense. Wait, really?
Ascending to the VCT.
How low are we talking?
Well, last time around on LAN in Berlin, everything went right for APEKS.
21 to 12, yeah.
The last
guy's
game.
a beast, man.
This time around, I think it's a smart play. Get themselves
0.1.
straight into the final.
What DPI?
So their first game is also their last
I don't know
game.
like
That
the.
brings it back to a 50-50.
Oh, I can't even remember what it's called.
To close it out. And for
1,600
CGN, calling a
DPI.
timeout at this stage, Tom.
You know, I can't help but feel 5 rounds in a row. Hey, yeah, that is low.
Taken out of your hands. APEKS coming
up
to
that is very
12 rounds. Like there were opportunities here.
It ain't that low. It's pretty low for what he's doing, sending it.
That they had the pieces together.
Yeah, EDPI. That stuff I don't even understand it, man. Just get lost, doesn't.
You have an advantage on the retake, and still
I was way before that time, man.
1v1 duels. I think the problems are running.
Okay, 3 chances for them to finish it. There's a good amount of ult stuff. Phoenix ult, Razor.
Need to be flawless for CGN. Or APEKS will be booking themselves a slot in that grand final. Just 1 match in Berlin, and that will define whether they make it to VCT or not. And now, just 1 round away from that.
It's a stage that some of these players will have played on before. Or at least in the VCT. Solcast, Malzy, Avova are names that we've known for a while. Hype has been around since day 1, and Kayak is that new boy on the block. But he is a name that is already starting to be mentioned by many.
Ooh, shock misses.
I haven't found that trip early into the round.
Is that not everything?
Things favor.
Guy's gonna send it into a trip, is he not?
So does the time. 35 seconds left. APEKS are just poised. Poised for their attack.
Eating this trip. He's dead.
The defense have an idea. Anguis with the spray. He's going to get stunned up.
Oh, he got hit by the knife.
Is already coming. Kayak W keying to take that space. Solcast will be the one to find the opener, but it's the Polish superstar who looks to try and stop them before they even get anywhere near. Anguista's done well, though. He's given them
keep an eye on the luck.
That little bit of extra space. Kayak has to shoot the ultimate. That will reveal him, and now he looks to try and do a little bit more. Anguis finally coming alive.
Really good to get out of there. Go on, man. Just swing right. Go on, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it.
Showstopper looks to pad the gap, but Kayak still
beast. What a beast. Damn, he even kills that guy. Okay, he's so insane. He's so insane. He played this so well, dude.
As once again, he is the man to fear.
God, he's unbelievable, isn't he?
Not even the Rocket could beat him, Tom.
A big knife from Solcast here. He's that's the reason the hits the knife just as he's entering towards the site. Trips goes down, and then this guy just kills everyone because of it.